I'm going to start today by telling you guys a little bit about myself. If people are like, well, why should I listen to you? Like, you don't have to at all. Like, I'm just sort of out here. I used to work in behavioral health, and it was really useful for me to sort of um, get some like self therapy or whatever, like, whatever. So I used it as that also. It was very helpful for me while I was helping other people. So you guys don't know anything about me really. So I'm from out west. Grew up in Michigan. Went into the army at a very early age. Spent a lot of years kind of everywhere doing different things, and then got hurt and was done with the army, and yeah, kind of had a difficult time after getting hurt, and depression and weight gain and all that stuff to kind of can exacerbate your situation. If you get hurt, then things are bad, and then whatever lets things sort of tumble down, and then you end up in that hole. And that's kind of where I'm coming from. Like, I get it. Like, I've been in some dark places, felt some dark feelings and all that other stuff. And I think it's important to address the fact that everybody kind of gets there sometimes. Like, I don't think that that's atypical for people to feel low and dark and bad and sort of contemplate the not wanting to be around, not wanting to be on the planet anymore, that kind of stuff. And I think that's I think it's helpful to understand that, like, you're not the only one that feels that way. So definitely been there. Definitely been in spots that you don't care to talk about or discuss or share or whatever. But I think it's okay to. It's not okay to feel that way, but it's not the end of the world either, and it can't be. I think that having those feelings, having those ideas, it's a permanent solution to temporary problems, and I think that people have that stuff go on. It's not uncommon. So definitely was there. I get it. So that's sort of where I'm speaking from, is like, being in a place where I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to say, how to act, whatever. You grow up in a certain type of family, and things just don't go your way a lot of times, and you're treated a certain way or whatever, and that kind of stuff can be difficult while you're developing and things like that. So I kind of get where everybody's coming from, and that's where I speak from. That's not why I do these videos, but that's part of the reason why. I think it's helpful to just kind of get these ideas out there, and like, I'm a regular old person, kind of just struggling like everybody else is, and kind of messing everything up, and not really knowing what to do. And you see people that look like they have their entire life together and everything, and they just don't. I don't think everybody does 100%. I think that's sort of the goal, but I think having goals is fine, but understanding that you're not lagging behind. You don't be on somebody else's timeline. Kind of do your thing and understand that wherever you are is where you are. If you want to improve. If you don't, it's probably better if you do. And big improvement doesn't matter. Like, the size of the improvement does not matter. Like, if we're making small steps forward every single day, that's good. If we're not, okay, well, like, let's take a step. Like, let's try something new. Let's do something different, and just see if that helps. So if we're going to slip, we're going to fall, we're going to fail, and we talked about failure before, it's okay to fail. Like, failure is absolutely necessary for us to learn, and we need to just kind of not repeat those mistakes and not do the same things wrong over and over again. And I think that that's a useful way to kind of go about things. So, grew up with all sisters, Army guy, kids, all that stuff, struggling with, like, sports and everything like that, and making sure you're not messing your kids up and all that. Like, I've been through that, and I'm going to talk about some of that stuff eventually. But yeah, that's it. That's me. I'm kind of getting on into middle age, and and just trying to figure stuff out. But we're all common. We're all in the same boat. We're all working for the same things, and we want the same. We want to have a successful life. We want to have happy kids. We want to have kids that want to be successful in the world, and we all want to have our identity. We all want to know who we are and be who we are. I think that's sort of the quest. So that's it. That's sort of me in a nutshell. And if you guys have any feedback, questions, things you want me to talk about, things that I can improve, if you don't like this t-shirt, whatever, that's fine. So just make comments or don't. But keep watching. I hope you do. I hope it's useful. I hope that what I'm saying makes sense.